Hey everybody, welcome to your practice. This is a 10 to 15 minute daily body reset fascia flossing class. So we're gonna find movement through our whole body, integrate it all together, and hopefully you'll feel more fluid and free and spacious and kind of aligned. So this is a great active stretching technique. I learned it from Bonnie Crotzer. It has helped my body feel so good, and I hope you like it too. Grab a couple props if you have them. And we're gonna get started in our classic warm-up. This is our child's pose. So lower your forearms to the mat, bring your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. From here, we engage by pulling our elbows back towards our knees and then sit your hips towards your heels. Inhale to relax and come back forward. Exhale, your elbows won't actually move, but feel them pull back and feel the tissue along the side of your body, your armpit, lat, serratus, tricep, feel that engage. And then keep that tension, that slight tension, it doesn't have to be super intense, as you sit your hips back towards your heels. Good. Inhale to relax forward. Exhale to engage and pull back. So we're creating some tension and some internal shearing force as opposed to externally doing it through foam rolling or massage gun. And this way we can take agency in our body and learn how to repattern and feel into sensation and feel into any kind of nooks and crannies and maybe pathways and divots that our body naturally wants to go. And can we reconfigure? Can we align in a way that's very fluid and doesn't dump all of our stretching into our joints and our muscles? But instead, our fascia is an amazing tissue that literally encases and wraps and communicates through your whole body. It wraps around bones, muscles, tissues, nerves, blood vessels, organs, and it's all interconnected. So it's such a beautiful way to stretch your body and move your body. Good. One more. And then if you want to take a couple, walk your left elbow towards the right, dig your left elbow down and back, and then hips towards your left heel. Inhale forward, relax. Exhale is the engagement and the elongation. So we're working our myofascial tissue from a shortened phase through a lengthened phase. Good. And then let's do two with our elbows over towards the left and really focusing on bringing the right elbow down and back. Hips towards your right heel. Inhale, relax forward. Exhale, engage and elongate back. Perfect. Come back through center. Let's bring our forearms to kiss in the center so they're touching. Palms are facing up. Knees can walk in a little bit. As you exhale, push your forearms into the mat. Feel that rounding of the back body, the protracting of your shoulder blades forward. And then dip your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Inhale to relax back through center. Exhale, push your forearms down. Feel that engagement and then stretch over to the left. Left ear is listening to the ground. Inhale through center. Exhale, engage, and then lean out and over to the right. So you might feel this along the back body, between the shoulder blades, the back of the shoulder. I often feel it kind of wrapping under my rib cage and all the way diagonally to the other side. We all have different fascial bodies, different injuries, patterns, pain, just like life stories that we carry in our body. So this can feel different for different people. Good. Finish up whenever you're even. And let's find some opening for the front of our chest. So bring your fingertips, find your tabletop again, and then fingertips point in towards the center. Hands are pretty wide. From here, inhale to prepare. Lengthen from your crown to your tail. Exhale, we're going to engage the pec, the muscle tissue on the front of our chest by squeezing our fingertips in towards each other. They won't actually move, but that's the activation. And then exhale to gently dip your chest down. Inhale, relax back up, straighten your elbows. Exhale, pull your fingertips in towards each other, and then bend your elbows out to the side as you dip your heart down. And this is a gentle area of tissue on the front of our shoulders, so this does not need to be a hugely strong activation or a huge range of motion. But see if you can feel that spreading of your tissue. Instead of just stretching the front of your shoulder, can you feel it from your arm bone all the way across the shoulder through the collarbones, across the front of the chest? Because we are a whole integrated unit. We want to move in a way that correlates and finds congruency. Good, and you can always dip one shoulder down. Again, just make sure you're not totally angling that shoulder in, but instead it's a nice smooth motion from your humerus, your arm bone, through your collarbone, your clavicle. And then maybe do a couple on the other side. Really gentle here. Maybe after this you might be able to breathe easier as you open your chest. Perfect. And then plant your hands, tuck your toes. Your hands can come up onto blocks if you'd like. We're gonna glide our hips up and back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees plenty. Walk out your dog, melting one heel and then the other towards the mat, or kind of side swiping your pelvis one way, finding that side stretch through your QL and your obliques, your waist. Just let it feel good. Unlock your body for a moment. Don't think about it. Good. And then on our next inhale, round and roll your spine forward to a plank pose. Exhale, tap your toes down. Now keep that engagement. Pretend you were swiping your knees forward, so you'll feel the engagement on the front of your core as you lift into a modified upward facing dog. So from here, we're gonna inhale and pull our chest forward and up, broaden across your collarbones. Exhale, tuck your toes, glide your hips back, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, release your knees to the mat. Inhale, keep that front core engagement, but then open through the front of the belly and the chest. So it's like that active stretching like you see dogs and cats do. It's called pandiculation. Exhale, down dog. And it feels so good for your body. Inhale, one more, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, tap your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog modification. Exhale, down dog. Good. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Take a little forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Bend your knees. Shake your bottom up and down. And then step your left foot back. Bring your blocks on the highest setting. We'll do our hamstring floss. So inhale to bend into your right knee. Broaden across your collarbones. Open your chest. Exhale, dig your right heel into the mat. And then find that activation through the back of the right hamstring as you lengthen your front knee and sit your hips back towards your left heel. Inhale to rebend and come forward. Exhale, dig your heel into the mat, lengthen your front leg, don't straighten the knee all the way. Again, we're not really dumping into the joints. We're finding that nice fluid opening through the whole line of fascia. So once you find that tension, can you maintain it through your whole rep? And you might feel this on the back of the hamstring, maybe the outer IT band area. You could also take a couple with the toes pointed out towards 1 or 2 o'clock. If you notice any juddery areas, totally fine. Keep practicing, keep sticking with this. You will notice so much benefit just from a short practice every day. And then let's do 2 reps with the toes pointed in. Good. Finish with 1 more through center. And then step your left forward to meet your right, forward fold. Good. Roll up your spine 1 segment at a time. When you get to the top, bring your hands behind your skull. Open your elbows up and wide, and then lean up and back. Good. Exhale, curl into a little ball, elbows in towards the center, rounding through the upper back, and then the mid back, and then the low back. Release your arms. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Fingertips to shins, knees are bent, crown of the head tugs forward. And exhale, fold. Maybe you notice one leg versus the other, and then step your right foot back. We're gonna do our hamstring on the other side. Inhale to prepare, bend into your left knee. Exhale, dig your left heel back, and then lengthen your front leg as your hips sit back towards your right heel. Ooh, I feel this a little bit different on this one. Inhale, rebend, relax. Exhale, engage the tissue on the back of your hamstring as you lengthen the front leg. And again, see if you can maintain that connection to your body, connection to the active elongation we're doing through the eccentric or lengthening phase of our muscle tissue. Good. So feel it out. Notice what's different. Notice what's the same. Let's do a couple with the toes pointed out towards 11 o'clock. We can just kind of bias the inner or outer, the medial or lateral side of our hamstring too by angling our toes. And you feel what's best for you. I'm going to do 2 with my toes pointed in towards 1 or 2 o'clock. Amazing. I hope you feel so good after this class. And it's so short and sweet, but it can make such a big impact on your body. Let's do one more through center. Perfect. And then step your right foot forward to meet your left. Forward fold. Shake out your booty again. Wiggle out your head and neck. And then roll up your spine one segment at a time. Hands behind your skull. Take a big body opening yawn at the top. Good. And then exhale, curl and round down. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Nice long spine. Good. Exhale, come to a seat. If you have a prop to sit up onto, that could be great. We're going to find a little twist and a little outer glute work, and then we'll be done. So for our seated twist, cross your right foot. So your right knee is pointing up. We're going to cross it over the left thigh. Okay, so from here, hands wrap around the outer right calf and right thigh. Good. And we're going to start with the knee out and down a little bit, and then engage by pushing your knee and your hands into each other. The hands will win as you draw your right knee across towards your left armpit. Ooh, you might feel this on the right glute, the external rotators, the abductors, the outer hip. So then we'll inhale to relax back out. Exhale, find the engagement of the muscle tissue on the outer right hip, and then pull that knee in. You can gauge how much resistance you want. Inhale, relax back out. Exhale, activate and elongate. And you can also kind of wiggle your right toes at different angles. I like to inhale and lean forward, and exhale, engage and really pull that back. Good. Let's do 3 more on this side. So something a little bit different, something a little funky, but again, I've been doing this for a few months and it has made such a positive change in my body that I'm just encouraged to revisit every day, because it's a practice that we make into a rhythm, but actually enriches our life like immediately on the daily. So what's not to like? Good. And then switch it out. Left knee points up, right leg curls under, cross your left foot over your right thigh. Okay. Inhale to relax, prepare, bring that left knee out and down. Exhale, push your knee into your hands on the outside, and then let yourself draw your knee back up towards your right armpit. Woo. A little tighter on this side. Inhale, relax back down. Exhale, engage and elongate the tissue on the left outer hip. Inhale to release. And then exhale, engage and pull your left knee across towards your right armpit. And then experiment if you want to wiggle the toes, if you want to start leaning forward a little bit as you relax, and then exhale, really drag that tissue nice and long. Let's do about 3 more. Amazing. All right. Have a seat or have a stand. Just tune into your body for a moment. Take a couple breaths. Notice how you feel. I hope you are encouraged to revisit these fascia flossing classes often. They're amazing. So thanks for being here.